Today we are going to focus on the passive voice, a very important structure in aviation English. We'll learn when to use it, how to form it in the present and past simple tense, and how to use it in technical context.
We use the passive voice in three main situations. When we don't know who does the action. For example, the airplane was damaged. Second one, when it's not important who does the action. The runway is cleaned every morning. And when it's obvious, it's clear who does the action. The passengers are checked before boarding. Well, active, they assemble CFM engines in Ohio. Passive, CFM engines are assembled in Ohio. So here in this example, we see that the object in the active sentence becomes the subject in the passive. In the simple present passive, the structure is emissar and verb 3, past participle. If we want to say who does the action, we add by and doer of the action. Here we have an example. Airplanes are repaired by aircraft technicians. We add by and doer of the action, aircraft technicians. To make questions, we put emissar at the beginning. We start with am, is, or are. And if there's a question word, we start with the question word and emissar follows. Where are the damaged parts repaired? Is the fuel system cleaned regularly? Who are the brakes tested by? Well, simple past passive is similar to simple present passive, but this time the structure is was or were and verb 3. If it is negative, we add not, was not, were not. Again, verb 3. Here we have an example, the active sentence. The Wright brothers designed the first airplane in 1903. And in the passive sentence, we start with the object of the active sentence. So, object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence. The first airplane was designed by the Wright brothers in 1903. And using by, we give the doer of the action. For questions, we use was, were at the beginning. When was Turkish Airlines founded? Who was the engine checked by? Where were you born? Was or were and verb 3. Let's practice. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb in the passive voice, using either present or past simple. So we should be careful with the tense. Many electronic goods in Japan. This is a general sentence, so simple present are made. Scheduled maintenance regularly according to the manufacturer's guidelines and aviation authority requirements. Regularly. So this is also simple present. Scheduled maintenance is performed. And oil levels during routine maintenance. We have routine. So we understand that this sentence is also simple present passive. Oil levels are checked. The damaged panel by the maintenance crew 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago indicates that this happened in the past. Okay. Was replaced. Nowadays, a variety of products on the internet. Nowadays, so it's in present tense. Nowadays, a variety of products are sold on the internet. The last one is a question. So, when the first airplane? The first airplane means we're talking about the past. The first airplane, singular. When was the first airplane, verb 3, designed? Okay. Finally, we have sentence study section. Here we have sentences from aircraft maintenance manuals. We're going to translate them into Turkish. Şimdi çevirelim cümleleri. Bu cümleler içinde pasif yapı bulunduran cümleler. İlk cümleyle başlayalım. Make sure that the downlock pins are installed on all the landing gear. Make sure cümlenin fiili olduğu için onu sona bırakıyorum. Burada the downlock pins yani kilit pimlerinin tüm iniş takımlarında takılı olduğundan emin olun. Make sure'a dönerek bitirdim. The downlock pins are installed. Simple present, passive. İkinci cümle. The gauge is used to determine the attitude of the airplane on the ground prior to a fuel quantity check. Bu cümle 3 parçaya bölünebilir. Bir prior to var burada. Before anlamına geliyor biliyorsunuz. Bir de to var. To da sebep bildiriyor. Prior to ile başlayalım. Yakıt miktarı kontrolünden önce uçağın yerdeki durumunu, pozisyonunu belirlemek için to determine. The gauge is used ile bitiriyorum. Ölçü aleti kullanılır ya da ölçüm yapılır diye de düşünebiliriz bunu. Evet. Passive yine simple present is used. Burada cümlenin fiili olduğu için sona bırakıyorum. This leakage test is done to make sure the connections are tight and there are no large leaks. Evet, burada da yine to make sure sebep bildiriyor. Oradan cümleyi bölüyorum. Bağlantıların sıkı olduğundan ve büyük sızıntıların olmadığından emin olmak için bu sızıntı testi yapılır. This leakage test is done. Bu kısmı sona bıraktım çünkü cümlenin fiili orada. Is done. Son cümle. The rudder is controlled by foot control pedals. Rudder ya da dümen diyebilirsiniz Türkçesi. Rudder ayak kumanda pedallarıyla kumanda edilir. Is controlled sonda yine çünkü cümlenin fiili. Evet. Sentence study and translation çalışmamızı da tamamladık. Görüşmek üzere.